Hello, Miss Lillian.
Yeah, welcome to the visit with a person of high strangeness.
Oh, thank you.
Been a while since you've been here.
It has been.
So what you been up to?
Well, I made a change. I've gone from where I was staying above Granite Falls to Lake Hunter Park, which is a RV and fifth wheel place residence.
Yeah, but we've been there. We took the viewers there. Remember?
Yes, I do. We
It
did.
it was called trailer trash.
That's right.
Yeah.
We went.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, you have to talk now.
Okay.
Oh, we are so polite around here, so that's
We're
it.
trying to be careful about what we say.
Yeah, so you go ahead and talk. Let me be quiet.
Well, Lake Hunter Park is in Granite Falls. It's above Granite Falls. And a lot of people aren't privy about directions, but it's interesting. It's quiet, unless you have neighbors that come and want to get whatever.
You have to talk loud.
Yeah, and it was very interesting. It has been.
You're moving everything, so what are you doing these days? That's where I'm going.
Oh, well, these days I'm drawing, and I love music, and I've got a lot of things that have to do with Indian drawings on sides of hills and mounds, and also places of religious worship of whatever they want to call themselves. Normally in the past, if they've been of certain religions, it comes into focus, and they live by those.
So you chased the kitty off the table. That's all we needed, a kitty butt. That's what we didn't want that. So, so next time she comes back, maybe we can get her to look at the camera frontal, not, what's the word? Anal. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so anyway, we got interrupted. So we are at Lake Hunter Park, and you're telling us what you're doing. So let's take it from there.
Yes, and I've been drawing and musical instruments and things like that, and I've been very much focused with Indian art, that is on cave dwellings and things like that, and on sacred pieces of ground. And I found that we have to explain ourselves before a creator wants to know. Wants to know what we're doing and why we're there, and what we're going to do with the information that they make or give to us. Because I've had terrible things happen to me, I really have, when I've gone into a situation and I find that you don't ask for permission to be there. Yeah, it really gets very difficult.
I think the best thing we're gonna do is show your paintings, and while these are gonna be stills, and you just have like 5 seconds to tell us what it is, and then we'll talk about the paintings and things later. And so get a cup of coffee or something. There's a whole there's a whole stack of them, so we can't say Mike Jones has not been busy. You up for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Green zebra.
Horse. These are finches.
Ooh, owl.
It's an alligator.
Rhino, and we're going to talk about that later.
A head of a rhino. It's a squirrel.
Snake. Snake.
It's a raccoon. Raccoon.
Squirrel hiding from the raccoon.
It's a rabbit.
Rabbit.
An elephant. Running.
Oh dear.
It's an American elk. An American elk. It's an elk.
It's a jungle out there.
American eagle. An Indian turtle. A turtle of the desert. A tortoise. A Pueblo Indian design. 3 little birds. A castle. A bat.
A dragon.
A dragon.
And another dragon.
Oops, I forgot one. A bison. Another bison. Oops, here's a bison. Penguins. An owl. Birds. Penguins. No clue. It's a bird. A turkey buzzard. Oops, bad day. It's a hawk.
Thanksgiving.
An eagle. A bird. A bird.
Another cool bird.
An eagle.
Yeah. Oh, I like this bird.
A hawk. A red bird. This one's for the internet.
Sure is.
A camel.
Mr. Frog is here.
Eek and meek. Orcas. Henry the carp. Sue and Ben. The orcas. Harry, Ben, and Susan. A sockeye. Mike the clownfish. Henry the sockeye salmon. Henry the bear.
Sad bear.
Bibi the bear.
Wild pig into the unknown.
Pete the panda. Oops, one I forgot. Panda. Kesty, the aggravated bear. Mike and Pat, the cats. Henry the dog.
Girlie the cat, better watch out. Wild dog.
The cat.
Ooh.
Ben the wild horse.
Jurassic Park.
Sam the horse.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
A horse of...
It's a horse, of course. It's Mr. Ed.
Willie the horse. Susan the elk.
Susan the elk. Politically correct Annette.
Ben the deer. Henry.
A relative.
Ben. Another one.
If this is a Ben, I know something. A Ben backwards is a neb.
Old Sammy. The Chihuahua.
I can't even say that.
The family. Israel the lion. Harry the upset lion. Eek, who's a lion. Oops, a brother.
Not Eek.
The cross-eyed lion.
My cat.
Eek and Meek, the gazelles. A group of flamingos.
Mike, we're taking a little breather here
All right.
because you didn't realize it was going to be so complicated to 5-second increments, did you?
Oh, jeez. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't, yeah. And so we're going to take a breather, and then we may be halfway done with Mike's creations. So tell me about your paintings.
Well, the paintings are what I feel like doing that moment, and sometimes they take me as much as 3 weeks to finish. And I put a lot of heart and soul into them, and repetition and emphasis are what really guides to me. And
Well, here's the thing, Mike. Have you always wanted to paint, or we want to go to the senior moments here in a little bit. So have you always wanted to paint? How did this come about?
I don't know. I really do not know. Because when there's pressure and things going on in everybody's life, I could hide it. But you can't hide this, no. And learning how to paint is just a release for everything. It was for me. I have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what life is all about. Your senior moment, and you have fun, and people don't want to be around you or hear anything about you when you're getting older. But it used to be different for me, and it was for other people that I know. Yes, and I just try to make work fun. With my disabilities and things, it's hard to say no, because you wanna get out there and do what you used to do, but you're limited in mobility and things that keep you from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a little tidbit here. I find that I had an experience here the other day when people ask me, I go to the store anyway, and people say, "How are you?" I say, "Old," and it startles them for a moment. You know, and they kind of look, and then sometimes they laugh, and sometimes they roll their eyes, but it sort of summarizes everything. So, what happened to me, I went to, I was looking for long cords, you know, so we could film here, and there was a real tall man in Radio Shack. And he said, "How are you?" And I said, "Old." And he stood straight up. And then he came down and he said, "Okay, dear, let me help you." And and some kind of way their voice changes, you know, like they think you're hard of hearing or you don't understand. Um, like you have to talk slow or something. Yeah. But I have so much fun with that. When people say, "How are you?" I say, "Old." Have
Yes,
you tried that?
yes, I have.
Yes.
And response that you get is different.
They don't
People
know what to do with it. Yeah.
they don't know what to do with it because people respond in a different way. It
Mm-hmm.
it depends on what they have been taught. That's an excellent word, taught. Um, I was taught to do dishes, clean the house, and make preparations, and how to cook. And my mother really spent a lot of time with me. And bless her heart, I miss her. You know, and, but she taught a lot of things, and she had a previous marriage to where she was married to a lieutenant in the Navy who used to beat the crap out of her. And when my ex now, when she used to talk, my mother would say, "It's all right, sweetheart. I know how you feel." Well, nobody knew that she was married before, and it's quite interesting.
I need you to clarify this because the way I'm hearing is uh, you talked about the violence in your mother's life, and then you went to your ex-wife, and
Yes.
then you said your mother knew how she feels. We need to clarify that you no, you did not beat up your wife, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
No.
so that's, it's that brain, that old people brain
Well,
has to sort it out.
the old people brain is people don't want to be around you or talk to you. You know, when they think that you're old,
Hmm.
and we have a lot to give.
Hmm. Well, as we filming this, I just had my what number great grandbaby? I had a new
6.
great two, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I had my great grandchild number 6. Yeah, how exciting!
Oh, that is.
Yeah, I'm not going to the hospital because it's too far to walk, so I'll wait till he gets home.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm. And so anyway, uh, we were talking about your paintings now.
Yes.
What I like about the paintings is you can express yourself, and they don't always look like the way we expected.
That's correct. And people don't understand that there are things, forces that are in the world, and things that happen in your life uh, where you love to do it. And you try to express yourself, and especially in the painting, um, fear and anger, and animals that there are animals that like to use the color of the surroundings um, when they hunt, and every night they hunt. That's one thing. Horses like to graze. They can be mean and ornery, you know. And then you got birds, all sorts of birds, eagles. Um, I was copying things out of a book, and that's the reason I wrote on some of these pictures what they were.
You see, during my painting days, I did modern art, and so I appreciate it's things, people, animal, and places that are distorted.
Yes, they are.
You know, like you, for instance, the wild dog is hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the big ears.
Yeah, and and my favorite is the green zebra.
Oh, well, I did the green zebra in green.
Hmm.
Yes.
And I really like it because you can kind of
You can identify with it.
well, yeah. And who says it has to look exactly like people think it should?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get. I they're centered.
Oops. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. No, I just banked the camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are centered, and they see things one way.
Hmm. Well, speaking of old, the reason I'm not in the picture today, I can't lift my clothes over my head today, so you're just gonna get to see Mike. Yeah.
And we're going to try to work together, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk to you off and on.
Yeah. So what happens is, after a while, I'm gonna show more pictures, and I just sort of wanted the motivation. Now, one of the things that we're not gonna name any names. So what happens is, people perceive older people different than they really are. For instance, we went to Groupon. My daughter bought a brake job, front and back brakes. And so I took my car took it to the repair shop, and they had told me to drop my car off, and then they would take me where I needed to go, and so I did that. I made arrangements with the restaurant to wait for, while they was working. And so when I got there, it was a different story. No, they wanted me to take a cab, and which I financially wasn't willing to do. And the restaurant, of course, had no recollection of the whole conversation. And so I came back home, and then a few days later, you came to
That's
visit.
correct.
And do you remember the first thing we did?
Yes, we went and got your car.
No.
Oh, wait.
You see, you're old. You can't think. We dropped it off
Yes,
the night before.
we did.
We dropped it off.
I was a witness. I was there.
Yeah. The next day, early in the morning, we got a phone call, and the man calls and tells me he must have had a list of 20 things that was wrong with my car. And he proceeded to tell me it cost $800 to get the car fixed, on top of what I have already paid Groupon. And I said, what?
You said,
I don't think so.
yes, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So we went and picked up the car. They refused to give me a written estimate, but I coaxed the guy into giving me a written statement anyway. And this was, what, over a month ago, right?
That's correct.
And we're still looking for the money to return. Uh-huh. So for those of you that want to know who the business is, call me. I will certainly tell it to you. Yeah. But when they're old, people try to take an advantage of you.
That's right. They think that you can't think, you can't walk, and you definitely have trouble. They don't understand that. Who cares if you had a military background or something like that? And it's just, I've got a lot of friends that have served.
Well, I'm a wife from the Vietnam era, and at that point, nobody cared. Things have changed that a little bit. At least now we honor our soldiers a little bit, but in that time, when I was young, nobody cared if you had ever been in the military or not. But that has changed. That's a good thing.
That has changed.
Yeah. And then some older people get real bored, and they are afraid of technology.
Well, certainly.
And then at one point we talked you into getting a computer. So how is that going for you?
The computer work is fine. It's just the access to where I live. You need to have the access number, and they have a shed set up for the internet, and you have to be able to get the door open, get inside. You can use the plug. They've got a phone jack. They got 4 or 5 of them, and you can plug it into your computer and then off you go. But if you don't have that at your site and you don't use it, then it's one of those things that are dead.
Yeah, SOL.
Yeah, shit out of luck.
Yeah. Now you have mastered Facebook?
I am trying to. Facebook gets overwhelming sometimes because things get stuck, they don't move. Facebook doesn't, they've got a new way of doing things, and when you're a senior, everybody wants to put you in the background. They don't want to help you.
Well, what I find, if I ask younger people to help me, they use terminology that I don't understand because it comes natural to them. They said, oh, all you have to do, push this, blah, 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 and then you lose me, and I don't know how to do it. But some kind of way I've managed to translate some of that into old people's talk, and so I've been able to teach people on the phone how to use Facebook when you're old, because we look at it different, and that's
well,
been
yes.
for the most part.
You have taught what? 4 people?
4 older people how to use it.
And it's given them an escape. I gotta be careful here because it's an escape. It's a new way of doing things, and 5 people. There was 5, and then one person gave up their computer because of all these different things.
Yeah, one of them just totally gave up. Yeah.
Yeah, he just.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Yeah, and so, and sometimes it has to do with filling your time. It's only so many things you do, then you have time left over, and it's really easy to go into depression or to go into what's the word?
Well, we don't want to talk about it. Well, we do want to talk about it.
Addictions.
Addictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's alcohol. There's drug. Gambling.
Smoking, and they consider the internet an addiction.
And for me, I don't understand why, because use, not just it's you use the internet and things, and you smoke to ground yourself. It's something that it just is. My mom was a chain smoker, and she'd tell me what brand of cigarettes that she liked. She liked everything, and there were some that she liked better than others.
Yeah, I've been smoking since I was 12 years old, so it's not something I took up in my old age. I just refuse to not smoke, period.
Yes.
Because I get loopy, and that's not a good thing. Yeah.
That's not a good thing, but
No.
it's not something that we also believe in the Indian way of doing things, because we have Indians in our family. And they go to sweat lodges, they go to powwows, and powwows are called what?
I have no idea.
Well, with an S, they're called.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know where he's going.
Well, I was going with what they call powwows now. It's
A power is a power, Mike.
yeah, but it's not they don't. It's well, we'll think of it later.
That's a senior moment.
Yes, it is. Big one.
That's a senior moment, yeah. Anyway, we about halfway done, halfway through with your paintings,
Oh, and
and so we got. I don't know. We can't really review the pictures we took because it's in 5 second increments, and my equipment is old too, and it doesn't understand 5 second increments, and so I don't know if we cut off words or what, but it'll be kind of
it'll be interesting.
For that time period. Yeah, but gambling is also a
It's a release.
it's a release. Unfortunately, um, the government at one point decided that you can't use ATM cards and things like that at the casino anymore, and with certain cards, because they thought that people would go there and gamble their money away. But I wrote a newsletter about it because a lot of older people, the bus will come pick them up and they go cash their check and then they eat. We go to senior lunch at the casino sometimes, yeah. And so sometimes it is just replacing your time with something different to get you out of what becomes such a habit that it does become
Yes.
an addiction, right?
An addiction, yes.
And as far as my internet, I blog. I'm a blogger, so I blog and use it for informational,
But you try to teach others how to do it, and you use the information you've got to protect people.
Right now, I'm involved in Yes for I-522. It's your choice. That's the GMO labeling law. I'm also learning how to speak German, so I watch German soap operas. That's going really well. And as a result of me being able to speak German fairly good, Renate Strong asked me to translate and co-author a book with her that she's writing on fairies.
Now that's very interesting because we were at the Miami Mounds, and the trees, someone has gone in there and pushed the trees over and also logged and cut.
Oh, actually, that's not really what happened. Now, we're looking at a time period here of over about 2 years. From what I understand, at one point, Rosie Margle and I, we went out there, and I'm interested in the mounds and in the earthquake fault there. Rosie, on the other hand, was interested in the portals and the nature creatures that were there. And we filmed that. Well, at a later time, I met a man called Blue Thunder, and I wanted to take him there. And he informed me that some people had went there and did an unauthorized ceremony. And as a result of that, the trees fell. Nobody pushed them. They just fell. They just didn't want to do it anymore. And as a result of that, the portals collapsed. So they just laying all over. So it wasn't a physical pushover. They just decided to lay down. They said, we're done. So the Maima Mounds are not like what they were. So we went out the other day and took some tobacco and stuff out there, and all of a sudden the birds started singing. It was just nothing out there, just quiet.
It was dead tone.
Yeah.
And there was nothing. There's a gun range on the other side.
Yeah.
And we heard gunfire, and there was no threat to us, but...
But that's always been there, so the wildlife never objected. They were used to the gunshots.
No,
yeah.
And we used to watch the eagles fly, and the birds, and there was animals there.
Yeah, it was nothing, and hardly any flowers. It's like it has lost it doesn't feel like an energy center anymore.
No, it doesn't, and it's been there for how long?
No, long time. And now you need a discovery pass. I have went there for individual. I mean single visits. That's 12.50. So this year I managed to get a pass for the whole year. So, but it's really sad.
very sad to see what's transpired there, and the shaman who know that what has happened, and they've talked about it with you. Um, they people don't know all there is to know, and everything that you see on the internet, or you see on TV, or you see in news can change because of the timeline that it's in. And where I'm going with this is,
I have a crazy look on my face. Mike and I've been friends for 30 years, so when I get that look in my face, he's trying to clarify for me where he was going with that. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just things change, and you personally can change with it, or you don't have to. But if you don't have to, there's consequences in everything that you do. And people don't understand that, and it's taken us years to understand that there is consequences to your actions, whatever you do. People think that you can go and do something, and nothing's going to happen to you. Oh, you've got to be careful. And that's a senior moment right there.
A senior moment. Now, we got a whole stack of pictures to take, and I'm checking my time here. So maybe we wind up the middle here and do the rest of the picture, and then, finish it with the minutes that we have left now. What are you planning on doing with the rest of, not the rest of your life, that's too far, we can think that far, but the rest of the year, do you have any plans or any ideas? Or?
I'd like to go to Arizona, but I enjoy the heat. I don't care how hot it gets. It could be 134 and it wouldn't bother me.
I go to Arizona in the summertime, and I go to Anchorage in the wintertime.
Well, you do.
Yeah, I know.
You do, and also Utah. You've been to Utah, and you've looked all over there.
Yeah, and people usually head to Arizona in the winter and Alaska in the summer. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's not senior moment. I've always been backwards. So we got a whole stack. I suggest we do some more of your pictures there.
Okay.
And you have an awful lot of bands. Why is it that you have so many bands? Do you know?
I take it to Staples, and I take it to. It's all people with the experience that they have. They take your work that you're very proud of, and they seal it, but they don't see, like, you leave an edge on it, and the edge should be cut off. So, and also pictures that I draw are put into plastic so people can quickly turn them and put them in a frame, and there they are. They have them.
Okay, so and they all named Ben. My question was, why when you name all your pictures and you have so many Bens, so you name a Ben because of Staples? Is that it?
No, it's not. It's just a joke.
Oh, it's just okay.
Yeah, it's a joke between me
So
and
many
the
Bens.
creator.
Bens, all right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show the rest of the pictures, and then we can finish the conversation a little later.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. That's
All
what
right.
we'll do.
Flamingos. Oops, more from flamingos. We have deer.
Oh dear.
We have a gazelle. A lioness in the brush. Sam the leopard. Susie, I don't care, horse. Barry the horse.
That's pretty.
Leopold the lizard. Pirates of the Caribbean. Joe the wolf. UFO. Star people. Odo. Pueblo designs. UFO. Sally, I do not give a shit. Indian horse. Buford the frog. Fish.
Yes, fishes.
Pueblo designs. Shaman. Studying the hill. Who knows? A bad day. A leopard child. My brother, Douglas. Pete the miner. Old 89. Bill the miner. Sam. Birdman.
Like it, like it.
Pueblo designs. More brothers. Eagles. Pueblo Indian designs and butterfly in the moments. A boat named Woof. A kangaroo moment.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Was he?
Sam. Alligators. The old cedar house. Willie the mink. Willie's brother. Pueblo eagles, the design. A native village. Koala bears. Bill the chimpanzee.
It's not a chimpanzee.
Bill the leopard. The leopard's brother. Bill the leopard. Isaac. Israel. A butterfly moment. UFO protection. Henry the Tagger. Henry's brother, Howie. Home. Grapes for you to enjoy. Sam the baboon. Sam's brother, Isaac. Jorge turtle. George the wolf. Henry the wolf. Henry's brother, Sam. A senior moment.
Gargoyle?
Gargoyle. Howie the dragon. Howie protects the castles here. Dragon lady.
Like it.
Odo. Mike the horse. Bear Island. Sam.
Horse of a different color.
Mary the horse. Nathan the bear.
Panda Express.
The Mary Elizabeth Coley. Nathan the bear. Henry. William.
The bear.
Susan the horse. Joe the rabbit. Eagle and wolf, sacred. Birds, Willie and Helen. Joseph. Ray Till, he's a member of the Badger family. Inspiration, the horse. The bird. Henry, the cat.
Like it, like it. The gunfighter.
Anne, the phoenix. A red-breasted hawk.
That's just a hawk.
Bill the bison. White-fronted bill eater. An eagle.
Wind and water. Pueblo San Chief. My totem, an anteater.
George the white owl. Pete the turtle. Sneaky the snake.
With the four corners.
Henry the rattler. Simon the giraffe. Howl the zebra.
A blue zebra. Self-portrait. Okay, Mike, you wanted to talk about your self-portrait for a minute?
Yeah, I have a picture. It's a self-portrait, and it's a little bit different.
You have to talk louder, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a little bit different to have a self-portrait. You know what's expected of you, and it's all on a belief system. We're talking self-portrait of me, not any other individual. But I was a member of a certain tribe in Arizona, and I just the history books contain information that's not, it's supposed to be pertinent, but it's it doesn't fill the shoes. It's It's a lie. That's all I can say. It's a lie. They
Oh,
just-
okay, well, so in other words, that's the way you see yourself. Is that why you painted it like that?
Yes, in that particular picture that we worked on. Yes.
Okay. So let's see what else we have. We had some senior moments. We had a
Oh,
lot of interruptions. We had babies. We had companies. We had people wanted to sell wood in the middle of the summer. We had just been a crazy day, and we still don't know if we cut off the words or stick your fingers in it or anything like that. So in case that happens, like I said, I cannot edit 5 seconds, so you're just gonna get it the way we got it.
that's understandable. There's nothing we could do, especially with the interruptions that were coming.
Yeah, it's just one of those crazy days. Now, do you miss coming? Do you miss going to film yourself?
Yes, I do.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, I'm going to take hold and go ahead and film not only myself, but other things that we can work on.
And Mike is now on Facebook. It's Michael Johns. And if you can't find it, go to mine at Lillian Mustelier, and then you can dig them out in my pile of friends.
Yes, and I'm going to get a new phone that works for me,
A Boost, yeah.
a Boost, and that will help immensely, because the one that I have now is like a computer.
Well, a Boost is Mike, all the phones are like computers. Why do you think I don't have one?
Yes, I understand.
I'm too old. I don't know how they work.
Well, we have family and friends that just, you talk about needing something done, and they make an appointment for you. But if you want something done, it's terrible the way that they do it.
Yeah. I think what we're trying to say is we're on everybody else's time.
Yes.
You know, yeah, it's really hard to get people to respond in a timely fashion. And so I guess we talked enough about being old, but thank you for sharing your pictures. They were really nice, and there's so many of them that I'm glad it's over. That was a hard job.
Well, we thought it was going to be easy, and I
Nothing's
made it
easy.
a little bit difficult.
So what we're gonna do, gonna sign off for today and
Keep drawing.
keep drawing, yeah. We'll see you next week with something else that might be of interest to you.
Love and light.
Yeah, bye-bye.